Hello and welcome to Cooking with Kimberly. I am so excited to make some pecan tassies for you tonight. This is something new for me. I've never made this before, so I'm excited to see how this turns out. I'm just going to adjust my camera here so you can see what I'm working on. I have my Pampered Chef Deluxe mixer all set up here. Tilt you just a little bit more. All right, I already have in here, show you here, I have some softened cream cheese and butter. And if you just drop a comment, I will make sure that you get the recipe for this. But I have half a cup of butter, so 1 stick of butter that's softened, and 3 ounces of cream cheese that I've softened in the mixer. I love the Pampered Chef mixer because it has these presets, so it makes it so easy for me. So it tells me in the instructions that I need to set it to beat, and I need to set it for 1 minute. And then once that's done, we're going to add the flour. The instructions for this, the recipe, you can find right on the Pampered Chef website. So just go to my consultant page and you can look this recipe up yourself as well. But you see how it starts out slow and then it speeds up and it is so hands-off. So I can be getting other ingredients prepped during this time. I'm not tied up keeping an eye on my mixer to make sure things don't overflow. It's got a very handy countdown, so I know exactly when it's going to be finished. And it also lets me know which attachment I should be using for the setting that I'm using. Because it also has a whip attachment and a dough attachment. It also has an attachment to make your own homemade pasta. So it has rollers where you can do lasagna, spaghetti, or fettuccine noodles. So it's a great addition to your kitchen. Just about finished up with the first step, and then we're going to add in a cup of flour, and then we're going to set it to mix for a minute 30. I've already got my oven preheated up to 350 degrees, so that will be all ready for us. And if you don't want to use a preset, there's also a custom, so you can do that as well for recipes that aren't using the presets there. So we got a minute 30. Sometimes I don't do so well to read and talk at the same time. So don't mind me. All right. So while that's going for a minute 30 here, I'm just going to show you what else I have in store for you. Once we have this all mixed up, you can use either the mini brownie pan, which is what I'm using here, or they also have the mini muffin pan from Pampered Chef. They're extremely non-stick. You don't have to spray anything. You don't have to grease them. They're perfect. But they're for more than just brownies. So this is what we're going to use today because that's what I have. As soon as this is done mixing up, we will get that put into our trays. The recipe also calls for at the end that we can sprinkle some cinnamon or some sugar on top. But I thought since this is kind of, to me, it looks like it's kind of like a little mini toffee cake. So I'm going to make up a little icing to just drizzle over the top of these when we're done too. So while this is baking, I have that extra little treat for you. I'm going to show you just a really simple icing that you can make to top your cinnamon rolls, or in this case, our little pecan tassies. So I'm very excited. And as you see it speeding up and slowing down, it tells you right here what speed it's at. And again, it's telling us exactly the countdown of when it's going to be done. And it's going to beep at us. So if I've got my back turned and not paying attention, I still know when it's done. Perfect. All right. Nice and creamy. You can make this with margarine if you don't want to use butter, but the richness of the butter is just so good with this. That's one of the tips that it says on there. Let's slide this out of the way here for a moment. Small kitchen problems. All right, so then I'm just using the small scoop. It says to do, oops. It says to make the dough into 1-inch balls and place the dough balls into the ungreased cups of the mini muffin pan or the brownie bite pan. So this is about a 1-inch, and I can just go through and drop one in each. very sticky-ish type dough. It's butter and cream cheese, so it's very thick. I'm not much of a baker, but I like simple desserts like this that you can whip up, and it's not necessarily an exact science. And the Pampered Chef tools and the Pampered Chef recipes make it foolproof for even somebody who isn't a baker to be able to put something like this together. So the presets on the mixer have been a lifesaver to just know how long and to not make a mess especially when you're doing things where you get a lot of flour and it starts flying all over the place. There is also a guard that you can get for it. So when you're doing really floury things, you put the guard around the bowl to make sure your flour doesn't fly everywhere. If you have any questions about anything that I'm showing you here today, please just drop it in the chat. I will get back to everybody's questions. Whether you're watching this live or watching this on the replay, I would love to answer any questions that you have, whether it's about the recipe, whether it's about my videos in general, or about any of the products. I am a Pampered Chef consultant. I can help you get any of these Pampered Chef products in your kitchen. But I also just love bringing simple recipe ideas and showing people that it is possible to make easy meals. It's easy to do meal prep. You can save a lot of money doing things like that on your own. And I think we're just about done. So I might have gone a little bit too big on my balls. I guess we'll find out when we start mushing them in. Because then it says to use your thumb or a spoon. And just press them in there. All right. Just making little wells in there. The way they describe it is to just get it going all the way up the side, so it's just barely up over that lip. So it looks like it's going to be pretty thin. And I have never made this before, so we're learning together here today. I love to experiment and try different things in the kitchen. I said it called for covering these at the end with either cinnamon or powdered sugar, but I'm gonna try icing instead. I think that'll go really good on there for those of you who are just tuning in here. All right. It's snowing a lot here where we're at in Wisconsin. How's it where everybody else is today? You snowed in today? I don't think I put too much in here. It looks about right. This is my first time going live on YouTube. I appreciate everybody's support, both with my videos and my Pampered Chef business. I enjoy doing both. And I'm excited to bring this here to YouTube. I really have enjoyed all the followers and subscribers that I've gotten here on YouTube. And again, I really appreciate everybody's support. Been selling Pampered Chef now for about 2 years. I started because I wanted to get awesome products. Like the mixer was one of the things I coveted the most when I joined Pampered Chef. And I just wanted to get discounts on everything. So I joined and figured I would do it for the first 90 days and kind of see what it would be. And if I could enjoy doing it and make a little bit of money doing it and keep getting discounts on things, I was going to keep doing it. And so here I am 2 years later. And now I branched out to doing these live shows as well. I do these every other Wednesday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. I plan to do them live from YouTube going forward. You can see my replays of my previous ones that I was doing on Zoom before this. But I've reached a point that I have enough subscribers that I can bring you this live right now to YouTube. So keep sharing my stuff and help me grow my following. Let me just wash my hands here. All right, So I think I got the right amount in there. Maybe I just didn't scrape the bowl quite as much as maybe I could have. All right, now we're going to make the filling for in there. So first I'm going to just have our small mixing bowl. I'm just going to melt this butter in the microwave. All right, and then I'm going to stir in the brown sugar, which I've measured out here in the mini measure-all cup. This is 3/4 of a cup packed brown sugar. I think we're melted. All right, very good. All right, so I love this thing because you just push it. And this is great for like peanut butter or honey, mayonnaise, anything like that. So we're just going to mix in some brown sugar. And then we're going to mix in 1 egg. And a teaspoon of vanilla. I love this Pampered Chef double strength vanilla. It's only available during the holidays. I am so sad that it is not available anymore until I believe October or November. But it's a double strength Madagascar vanilla. It's absolutely delicious. If you love things like cinnamon, you would love this vanilla. You can use just half the amount because it is a double strength. I, however, love that it's double strength. So I still put a full teaspoon in mine. So, and I'm just mixing this up good here. Just have just a plain boring spoon. You could use a whisk, whatever. All right, got that ready. All right. And now we are going to do finely chopped pecans. I have a cup of pecans here. Now I used to use, and I still love, our chopper. This is our famous chopper. Many people have and have heard of the Pampered Chef chopper. Many companies have tried to duplicate the Pampered Chef chopper, but it can't be duplicated. So look how easy this just comes apart to be able to clean all the pieces. So it's amazing. Better than anything else I've ever seen on the market. This opens up completely, so you can get all the way down to the bottom of the blades to get them cleaned. But Pampered Chef has come out with a new tool, and I want to give that a try today. So I have not used it for chopping nuts yet, but we are going to do it right now. Let me, small kitchen problem here. All right, move this over here, move this over here. All right. This is the Twist and Chop. This just came out in the fall. Look at this. This is the food processor of food processors. The blade is very sharp. On the top here, you'll see it's got a little hole. So if you're making something like hummus, you can add oil and it will slowly add the oil. The blade removes, this removes. And you'll notice when I click this in place, it will not turn on. I can add the blade. It will not turn on until I have locked in the lid. Then it will turn on. So if this is clicked over, it won't turn on. Or if this is clicked over, it will not turn on. So wonderful safety features. You're not going to end up shooting everything all over the place. And this has 2 settings. It has pulse and it has on. If you want it on, you better make sure you really want it on. I'm going to pulse. We want to finely chop this, but it goes really fast, and you'll watch the blades will move up and down as I use it. It's just awesome. So it will evenly chop. This is also great if you're making like a dip or something and you forgot to soften your cream cheese for a while. This will mix it up so well. It's amazing. I don't want to go too far, or we're going to end up with pecan flour. All right, now we're going to take this off, lay it out. All right, we've got these nice finely chopped pecans now. That's out of the way. And we are going to just add these right into here. Look at that. Oh, yummy. All right, I'll bring this back over here, and I'm just going to take a tablespoon, and it says just to put a level tablespoon in each and to not overfill. And then we're going to bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. And while that's baking, that's when I'm going to show you the simple icing. And the simple icing was great if you're going to put it on cookies. We like gingerbread cookies or molasses cookies are both great with a little bit of icing on top. Or if you're doing something like a coffee cake or cinnamon rolls. And I'm going to do a little twist to mine, and I'm going to make mine kind of cinnamon rolly, because again, this feels like a little breakfast thing to me. You know what, I'm gonna use this spoon to help me get it out of here a little bit. There we go. Hampered, not perfect. Made a little bit of a mess, but that's all right. I made bacon wrapped chicken for dinner. We smoked the house up already with the bacon, so it's not a big deal if I get a little on the pan and it smokes again. I don't know if all the smoke's cleared from dinner yet. Let's be honest, who else has taken their batteries out of their smoke detector when they've cooked bacon? I feel like I'm going to have a lot more filling than I do cups, so I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. First time. There's always a first time, and you guys are going to be right here with me to see how it all turns out. But I've had every possible scenario, I think, happen when I've done a live cooking show, including having the breaker go out in the middle of my cooking. So we'll see. At least today, everything has stayed powered up. I didn't forget any ingredients, I don't think. So that's always a plus. My daughter Jasmine's coming in here to help out. You guys might have met Chef Jasmine if you've seen some of my other videos. So yeah, I definitely have a lot more. My lighting is not the best. But I definitely have a lot more of the filling here than I do the cups. So I probably didn't quite do that right, but we will. So over here it says 20 to 25 minutes, so we're going to set it for 20 and see. You have your stuffed bunny. That is awesome. All right, so just turn that up and talk with you face to face here for just a minute. So again, a little bit left over here, the filling. We can't eat it because it actually has egg in it. All right, right here. Hi. Chef Jasmine, that's right. All right, this is the cake tester and releaser. So we're going to use this when we go to take them out of the pans. I'm just going to set that aside for now. This is my secret ingredient for our icing. We're going to use the Cinnamon Plus. This is another one that's only available during the holidays. So I'm sorry to show you this awesome product and you can't get it right now. So you're just going to have to subscribe, follow, love, like, so that when these come available again in the fall, you don't miss out because it's amazing. This has amazing cinnamon in it, and then nutmeg, allspice, orange peel, cloves, and ginger. It is gluten-free, and it is delicious. And Chef Bunny is here to help too. All right, I'm just going to put I don't need a whole lot since we don't even have a full tray of that. So I'm just putting some powdered sugar in a bowl here. And let's see if I can maybe zoom you in just a little bit again. And tip you down. All right. So we just have some powdered sugar in there.
Bunny.
And some of the cinnamon plus. Excuse me for just a minute. And then for this step, I have some heavy whipping cream on hand just because we just made soup yesterday. But if you don't have heavy whipping cream, you can just use like a whole milk. The heavier the milk you use, the creamier it's going to be. And just a little bit there. I might have gone a little too much. I might have to add some more powdered sugar, but we're just looking for the right consistency.
Yes, Mama. Even Bunny too.
Oh, I definitely made that way too syrupy. Here, let me just. I'm gonna start over a little bit here. All right. All right, we're gonna start over a little bit.
Okay.
There's a little bit in there still, but definitely added way too much of the heavy whipping cream to powdered sugar ratio. All right. Try this again. Do, do, do. Do it slowly. And add, you can't subtract. Do as I say, not as I do.
And so funny.
Can you tell them what it smells like in here? Does it smell yummy?
We got something. It's yummy.
Does it smell like cinnamon? All right. And this is just one of the Pampered Chef prep bowls. They come in 1 cup, 2 cup, and 3 cup. This is the 3 cup size. It has measurements right on the bowl. You might have seen I already threw it in the sink. The 1 cup that I used for the pecans, I just dumped the pecans in there up to the top, and that's 1 cup. But it does have markings on the side for 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, 3/4 of a cup as well. And then again, this one that I'm using here is a 3 cup. They're great for setting your ingredients aside. They're great for storage. They are oven safe, dishwasher safe, microwave safe, freezer safe, and air fryer safe. So these are awesome little contraptions, and they come with lids. The lids are not oven safe, not air fryer safe. I think we got a pretty good consistency there. So then we can just sprinkle this cinnamon icing, get that right over the top when we pull these out of the oven. So that is amazing. All right. So while that is going, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the sale that's going on this month for Pampered Chef. If you've been following my pages, you've probably seen there's a lot of Pampered Chef Bunny. Anyhow, there's a lot of products that are going to be retiring, and those products are on sale right now up to 35% off. So if you want to get your hands on those before they're gone, I want to share a couple of those with you. If you've seen my video, I think it was yesterday. There, I'm holding Bunny up. If you saw my video the other day, I used the garlic parmesan olive oil to make a nice vinaigrette for our salad. It was delicious. That is one of the products that's on sale right now. Let me just grab a couple of the other products to show you here. The plate. You're welcome, honey. All right. One of them is the lemon garlic. This one has become a favorite for us here in our house. This is one that's retiring right now. I think you can pick this up right now for like under $7. I suggest you get a couple of them because once they're gone, they're going to be gone and you're not going to be able to get them anymore. So you're definitely going to want to get your hands on some of these products before they're completely gone. Then there's the basil infused oil as well. There's a few different oils that are out there right now that you can get. And they're going to be discontinuing all of their oil line. I'm going to put this back in the fridge. So you're going to want to get those before they're gone. I love both the basil and the garlic parmesan are my favorites. But I believe there's a couple other ones out there that you can get as well. They're great for cooking as well as making dressings. So if you like making your own homemade dressings, these are a must-have. They're great for marinades. All right, I'm just going to take a quick peek in the oven here and see how these are coming along. I think they're doing okay. When they come out, we're going to let them cool for a couple minutes. I'm sorry to get right up and personal with you, but I put my cooling rack over there. And we're going to need that because after a couple minutes, we're going to pull them out and put them on the cooling rack. This is the Pampered Chef cooling rack. You can get it individually or you can get a set of two. And if you have the two, they stack on top of each other. So they're space saving for small kitchens like mine. Obviously, we're not going to need both of them today, so I only have the one out. But I would highly suggest if you're going to get the cooling racks set so that you can stack them up when you're making like batches of cookies and such. You got plenty of room for everything. Does anybody have any questions yet on anything that we've gone over? Again, I really appreciate that everybody has come out here and join me for my first live show here on YouTube. Part of me is I'm working through a new camera, and again, being the first time live on YouTube, I'm not 100% with my controls today. So thank you for your patience with me today. I appreciate being able to show you all these amazing Pampered Chef products. If you want to know how you can get them as a discount in your kitchen, we have a couple different options. You can try the journey just like I did and try on the apron, see if it's for you. If not, you still walk away with a lot of amazing products at an amazing discount. I'd love to get you started. I have an amazing team and we work really well together, and we show you everything that you need to know to run the business the way that you want to run the business, how you want to run your business. Not everybody does live cooking shows. This is something that I enjoy doing, so this is something that I do in addition to just my Pampered Chef. So not every product that I use is a Pampered Chef product, but I'm able to incorporate them and show how they help simplify my life. You can tell I have a few with me. I've got the air fryer. I have the multi-cooker behind me. And of course, my Pampered Not Perfect hot pad back there. So I am definitely pampered to the core at this point, 2 years in. So I really enjoy doing this and bringing these products to people. But maybe that's not for you. We do also offer online and in-person Pampered Chef parties. So if you live locally to me, I would be happy to do an in-home party for you. If you're further away or that's just not your thing, you don't want to get together with people in your home, we can do an online party too, which is really simple. It's very easy. It works with your schedule. You don't have to log on every day. It's just a matter of inviting your family and friends to a party table, and we show them some amazing products, and they can log in anytime as well during the party and check everything out at their convenience. So we've really simplified the party process to work with the busy lifestyles, which goes right along with what I like to bring to people, which is cooking simplified. So I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel so that you can continue to get recipes and tips and tricks that will help simplify your cooking experience. Because things like having that twist and chop to be able to chop up those pecans that fast and that consistently is amazing. These tools have really made it easy. They make it quick. A lot of them have the safety features that make me comfortable having my daughter in here and having Chef Jasmine help me make a lot of these products. Today we're working with a lot of sharp things and hot things, so that's why she's not joining me. But I hope you'll watch some of my other videos and catch up and see how she helps me in the kitchen. Because I think it's really important that we bring these family times back to our families, that we sit down and we enjoy mealtime together, that we cook meals together, we cook desserts together. I remember baking cookies with my mom and my grandma growing up. And I want to make sure that my kids can experience those same memories because it all comes down to memories. And this is what she's going to remember is helping me in the kitchen. And I hope that I can inspire other people to do the same thing. So we're probably getting pretty close here to where the pecan tassies are just about done. It does look like I definitely overfilled a few of them. We do have about 8 minutes here. In order to not bore you, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, but I promise I'm going to show you what the final product is. So make sure you check back in, and I'm going to show you how this all looks when it finishes up. But I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight and checking out this amazing recipe. Have a good night.